Wasn't she terrific? We're so honored to have her here. Tough act to follow time, Jim. It's a great honor for me to introduce our state representative, Jim Hoops. You all know Jim. Jim wins lots of votes in Putnam County, but one thing you may not know about Jim, because he's not getting much publicity for it, the Ohio House of Representatives ran into some trouble with our former speaker, leaving a mess behind, leaving the taint of corruption behind. He's been indicted and is in jail, or was in jail. He's been indicted anyway. Speaker Bob Cupp needed somebody to clean up the mess. Speaker Bob Cupp looked to the exact right man to clean up the mess. The select committee in the House of Representatives that's being led by Jim Hoops. Jim?
Thank you, Tony. And you know, I looked at the program and I said, well, at least I don't have to follow Senator McCauley because he does such a great job. And then I had to follow Dr. Tarver, and that was a tough job too. But thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. Thank you for the support that you give to this county, to this state, because it's so important. And I can tell you this has been a very interesting year this year. But we finally got to see some great basketball, you know, watching the Putnam County teams. I learned how to use Zoom. I don't know how many of you have learned how to do that. And I also want to give a shout out, because I sent this email to the governor and to the lieutenant governor, and I basically said, I want to give a shout out to the education community in my district, which includes Putnam, Williams, Henry, because even though they didn't get the shot, they still went to school and opened the schools, whereas there were other parts of the state that even though they got the shot, we're still waiting for them to get the kids back to school and teach. So thank you to whoever's in the education community here, teachers, administration, thank you for doing that, because that's so important for the future of this county and this state. I also want to give a shout out to Craig Rito and John Cross. They were here, and well, Craig's still here, but we've had some interesting times down there. And as you were made aware of, you know, overriding the governor on a veto is not a fun thing to do. You know, for me it was not. It was tough. But yet at the same time, because I'm the kind of person you try to work things out. And I know Senator McCauley, you know, I talked to him about it, and I kept telling I even, you know, talked to the governor the night before the override, and I said, Governor, even a couple weeks before that, I said, the best thing that you could do is not veto that language, but that you can work together, and if there's some issues, you know, we can move ahead. Well, as you know, that didn't happen, and that's fine. I mean, we have a process in place that can move us through, and we took that process, but we don't do it lightly. You know, this was my second override. The first one I did was when I was in the House back in 2004, when we overrode Governor Taft's veto dealing with concealed carry. And, you know, again, that was tough, but there's a time and a place to do it. And I felt, along with my colleagues in the House and the Senate, felt that was a time and place to do it. And this past week, it was that time. But that doesn't mean the governor's a bad guy. I mean, he has a tough job. You know, it's a tough job. And I guess to end this, I just continually to ask that you continue to pray for us, as Dr. Tarver talked about, because we have a lot of tough issues down there. You watch, if you ever get on the Ohio Channel, and when we have some tough issues on the House floor, it seems like we at the party, the Republicans, we talk about the issues, but it always seems like the other side starts getting into culture, racism, and those things. They really don't have a opposition to what we're trying to do. And that's not good for democracy. And so I ask that you continue to pray for us down in Columbus, for the governor, It was talked about with the Supreme Court. Another reason why it's important to get the Supreme Court in here is because we have redistricting this year. And it's very important. Just ask Pennsylvania on what the Supreme Court did there. So again, thank you for your support. I look forward to serving with you again, for you, down in Columbus. Governor, thank you for being here in Northwest Ohio. Thank you. Thank you.